The past few years, I've sold almost $5 million worth of name brand products on Amazon without running any ads, creating any products, or buying stuff from China. Just buying simple discounted name brand products from big websites like Kohl's, Walmart, and Target to flip on Amazon for a profit. And not only have I done it for myself, I've also helped dozens of sellers win with this strategy. We'll pop a whole bunch of them up on screen here. This video is going to be a full Amazon online arbitrage product sourcing masterclass for beginners, so you can find tons of winning products fast, even if you're a complete beginner starting from scratch. And if you're looking for personalized one-on-one help directly from me starting or growing your Amazon business, that's exactly what I help Amazon sellers do inside my private coaching program. So if you want to build a monster Amazon business in 2025, check the link in the description to apply for help. So we're here inside my screen, guys. This is primarily where we'll be hanging out to do Amazon online arbitrage. And the nice thing is it doesn't require buying stuff from China, buying stuff from wholesalers, none of that. All we're doing is finding discounted name brand products that already have a proven sales history on Amazon and flipping them for a profit. To start out, I want to show you guys the two softwares you're going to need to do product research. Lots of beginners think you need a ton of complicated and expensive software. That's absolutely not the case. So I'm going to show you how SellerAmp and Keepa work. We're going to take a look at a couple winning product examples, and I'm going to show you guys the two best product research strategies for beginners. And at the end, I'm going to give you guys a ton of game in terms of some specific sourcing sauce a lot of people charge a lot of money for. So the first product sourcing software you guys are going to want to get is going to be SellerAmp, which is our product research tool, the profit calculator right here. SellerAmp and Keepa are both Chrome extensions, so you're going to want to be using the Google Chrome browser right here to do product research. So I'll start off, I'm going to show you guys how it works. We can see SellerAmp right here. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. I like having it on the right side here like that. So to start off, taking a look at this product, how do we actually tell if something sells quick? Because that's going to be the number one thing, is you need to make sure the stuff you're buying, you need to make sure it sells quick. That's going to be taking a look at the best sellers rank, otherwise known as BSR or sales rank, that we can see right here on SellerAmp. Right? So when you're a beginner, you want to stay below a 200K sales rank. Don't really worry about this percentage right here. And you want to typically stay above 50 sales per month. So the worst thing to do would be to buy a bunch of products and they don't end up selling. So you want to stay below a 200K sales rank for the most part and stay above 50 sales per month right there, right? So taking a look at the SellerAmp Chrome extension, it's going to give us all the info we need to tell if something's profitable today. So to start off here, taking a look, we can see the title as well as the ASIN, otherwise known as the Amazon Standard Identification Number. That's what you're going to use to actually list products right here. And then the quick info down here is going to show you a lot of the info you need to make decisions on buying a product. So we can see the BSR and the estimated sales right off the bat on the quick info, as well as the max cost. That is the maximum cost we need to be in order to be profitable on a listing. I'd recommend putting your minimum profit per unit as $3 profit per unit and a 30% plus return on investment. We can see plugging in $16.05. We can see it puts us right at that 30% ROI minimum right there. Say we paid $18 for this, we can see that would make these red right here. Say we paid $13 for this, it would make them green and super profitable right there. So stay below 200K rank, $3 plus profit per unit, and 30% plus return on investment as well. Taking a look down here at the ranks and prices, this page is a little bit less important. You're going to see during the live product research, I'm not going to take a look at this as much, but we can see the averages over time. We can see like 180 days, it's been 101K sales rank average. Nice and easy right there, as well as the buy box average as well, and the lowest FBA price for sellers that have shipped their inventory off to the Amazon FBA warehouse, as well as lowest FBM price for sellers that are keeping their inventory at home and are shipping products directly to the customers right there. We'll primarily be taking a look at Amazon FBA today, but the cool thing is you can do both at the same time, even on the same account right there as well. The alerts page right here, this is definitely important. We can connect our Seller Central account to see if we're ungated in this, as well as taking a look at the Amazon share of the buy box. Amazon's never been on this listing, as well as if this listing's private label. Really important, if it says the private label alert on SellerAmp, if it shows right up here, which I have an example, I'll show you guys what that looks like, and I'm sure we'll find one in the product sourcing section as well. Don't automatically avoid that. You need to see if it's a reseller friendly listing, aka say this seller on this brand was just Stafford and there was one seller on this listing, that would be private label. But considering we can see there's a bunch of sellers, we know there's sellers making money on this listing, so we don't have to worry about that being private label. IP analysis, I'm going to show you guys an example of what an IP complaint looks like. You really need to make sure you take a look at that. And then standard size right here, that's not a big deal, because if it was a different size, it would take a look at those fees. And the nice thing is, guys, SellerAmp takes into account shipping, fees, sales tax, literally everything. So there's no guesswork required with this right here. So SellerAmp's going to take into account all those fees. There's no math to math required on that. Right? Then we can also take a look at a mini Keepa chart here in SellerAmp. I'm going to show you guys how to use the Keepa product sourcing tool as a whole. But when you're doing retail arbitrage, you can use the SellerAmp mobile app and take a look at the Keepa chart right here as well. So it's essentially going to be the same data I show you on Keepa. I do just want to show you guys that in broader form once we take a look at that as well. But we can see a mini version of the Keepa chart here in the SellerAmp app as well. Right, taking a look down here at the profit calculator. So if you want to see a detailed breakdown of all the Amazon fees on a specific product right here, we can go ahead and expand those out right here and see like sale price, total fees, etc., on there as well. Say we paid 16, then it'll go ahead and automatically adjust there. We theoretically could adjust for storage fees, but don't really worry about that when you're a beginner right there. We can see a breakdown of the return on investment, so how much money we would make back on top of what we spent there as well. And we'd see the referral fee, fulfillment fee. It would be so hard without SellerAmp because you'd have to calculate all of these mental math right there. Luckily, you don't have to. You can just trust the calculator right there as well. So the numbers you see default on SellerAmp are going to be the FBA numbers. So a lot of people go wrong and think if you want to merchant fulfill a product that you just subtract out the shipping from here. That's not the case whatsoever. What you actually do is down here on the profit calculator, you would toggle to merchant fulfilled, and then you have to plug in a merchant fulfilled cost right here, which is relative to the weight. So if we take a look here, we can see that's 14 ounces right there. So this would probably ship for like $6 right here. So we can see FBM, it would be about a 34% ROI, and FBA would be about a 30% ROI right here. So this listing is actually better FBM compared to FBA right there. But you actually have to take a look at this on the profit calculator. Items that are above $20 but below £1 tend to be more profitable FBA compared to FBM there as well. Then another low-key feature I like is the quantity feature. We'd see a breakdown. Say we bought 10 of these listings. Because when you're a beginner, you typically want to buy 5 to 10 per item right there. So you can get a nice gauge of that right there. The variations tab, this is currently in beta, so I wouldn't recommend taking a look at this too much right now. You can add notes to different ASINs right here. Not a feature I use a ton, honestly, right there. We could add like when JCPenney goes on sale, this is good. Right as well, we can also see the offers. So a lot of people think like, what if a seller has high stock count? Don't really worry about that. So don't think too hard on the stock counts right here as well, but we can see the other sellers that are selling on this listing. I know as a beginner, it's easy to think, how can I compete if I don't have any reviews? But you're going to get the buy box as long as you're priced competitively. The buy box is right here. That's where we want to be as a seller. Amazon takes into account not really reviews, but mainly just price as well as delivery date. So if your inventory is fully checked in to Amazon FBA, it's showing Prime eligible, you're going to get the buy box as long as you're priced competitively on listing here, right? We're going to talk about the storefront stalking method, which you actually get to from here in SellerAmp in just a sec, but just to keep going with the different basic features of SellerAmp. I also love the Google Sheets feature on SellerAmp where you can keep your leads organized. It's a little bit more advanced, but whenever you find a listing that's close to being good or that's good, but that's out of stock, you need to add it to the SellerAmp Google Sheets just using the one-click export feature. It's super, super important. That's going to help you organize your leads. And a big issue I see a lot of beginners make is they'll find stuff that's close that they probably just don't know a discount to just barely make it good. You guys will see a ton of that in live product research. It's so important, and you got to make sure you're organizing stuff in your SellerAmp Google Sheets as well. It's super easy to set up. And that's the basics of SellerAmp right here, as well as the buy box analysis feature, which is going to show us who's getting the buy box at what price, how often right here. We can do these different filters here to see who's won the buy box most recently, as well as their fulfillment type and their price action. That we can see that just now there's a seller in the buy box at 34, and there's recently a seller in the buy box at 33. And what it probably is this seller's closer to me in the country, hence why they're getting the buy box right there. So that's the basics of SellerAmp right here. We also do integrate with BQL, the repricer as well. Using repricing software makes sense once you have like 10 plus ASINs specifically right there as well. Right when you get your SellerAmp account open, it is very important to go into your settings on selleramp.com and add in your inbound FBA shipping. So that way SellerAmp calculates your shipping in the SellerAmp calculator right there. So I'd recommend putting 80 cents per pound in right there. That is going to go over time. But then when you take a look at a specific item, it's going to factor in the FBA shipping. Shipping from the supplier to you tends to be free, but shipping from you to Amazon is very, very cheap right there, typically about 80 cents per pound, which is ridiculously cheap if you ship out any other stuff. I would also recommend toggling on all of these in the quick info. A couple of them aren't on by default. I really like the offer summary right here, which shows us whether or not there's sellers FBMing a listing, which means if you can FBM listing, which is great for beginners right there as well as profit margin, break even, etc. And then the most important one down here that a ton of people mess up is going to be adding in your sales tax right here. So just Google the sales tax rate in your state, go ahead and add that in, and now it's going to automatically calculate the sales tax. Say you live in Texas, for example, so that in the buy cost in SellerAmp, you would only put $10, even if it's showing $10.08.25 or 82.5 cents if it's a $10 product in the cart on the website for sales tax right there. So when you add it in your SellerAmp sales tax settings, you do not need to add it in here. A huge mistake beginners make is adding that in twice. So that's the basics of SellerAmp. SellerAmp's $20 a month. You can get a 2-week free trial on our website, selleramp.com, onto the Keepa Chrome extension as well. So I know what you're thinking. Okay, this listing's profitable today. That's what SellerAmp shows us. But how do we know if something's actually been profitable over time? And that's where the Keepa Chrome extension comes in, guys. So when you initially get the Keepa Chrome extension, you're going to see 3 different charts right here. It just embeds in your Amazon browser once you go ahead and add it to your Google Chrome store right here. So we can see there's 3 charts right here. Personally, though, I do recommend clicking this sub ranks button to take out that middle chart. So that way you only go ahead and see these 2 charts right here. The cool thing about Keepa is it actually shows us how a listing's performed over time, literally since it was added on Amazon. So for this item, like late 2019. But when you're a beginner, you typically want to take a look at the 3-month data right here. And we can see there's all these different lines and stuff going on. So I'm going to take away all of these and show you guys what they mean here. And I would recommend copying these settings pretty spot on right here as well. So to start off, the new offer count is the bottom chart on SellerAmp. That's how many sellers are on a specific listing. That tends to be my favorite way, along with sales rank, to tell how fast something's selling, is how much offer count movement there is. You'll hear me reference this a bunch throughout this tutorial right here. So we can see on the 3-month data, there's some good offer count movement in this. The competition's also trending down as well. I get asked all the time, how much competition is too much competition on a specific product? And really, it all comes down to the trend. If the offer count's shooting up, I'm going to show you guys an example of that in a sec. The price is probably doing pretty poorly. But if the offer count is nice and steady or going down like it is on this listing, the price is probably pretty stable as well. The next thing you want to have selected is sales rank to make sure that the sales rank's been good over time. You can see sales rank changes literally every day right here. So you just want to make sure the average sales rank over time is nice and good right there as well. The pink line is going to be the buy box price. We want to make sure that's either stable or going up. And we can see in this case, it's nice and stable here over the past couple weeks, as well as the lowest price right here as well, which pretty much does tend to mirror the buy box. Occasionally, the lowest new price will be below the buy box. That just means someone's undercutting that's not getting the buy box. Typically, what that means is someone priced below, but their inventory just isn't fully yet checked into Amazon, so not getting the buy box right there. Personally, I'd recommend when you send in inventory into Amazon FBA, you price up and wait for it to fully check in and show Prime eligible. Then you make it price competitive right there. And then I also like having this new third-party FBA selected for the orange triangles. The orange triangles don't necessarily mean sales on a specific product, but in general, the more orange triangles you see, the more something's selling. You're going to see that throughout this masterclass in terms of like the items that are selling quicker are going to have more orange triangles right here. So that's the basics of Keepa, and that we just want to make sure the metrics are not just good today on a specific product, but they're actually good over time. And there's tons of examples of items that change in demand throughout the year. Let's take a look at one of them. So the pool market went absolutely crazy during what happened in 2020. So this is crazy Keepa chart if we take a look here. So we can see the past couple months, the sales rank's actually been going down on this, which makes sense because it's March and the weather's getting warmer. So of course the sales rank's going to be going down. For hoodies right now, the sales rank tends to be going up because demand's getting worse. For Easter candy right now, the sales rank's going down, which indicates demand going up right there as well. So for example, on a coaching call last night, we were taking a look at Easter candy and all the sales ranks were absolutely plummeting right there. That's because Easter is obviously coming up in a couple weeks. So during what happened in 2020, a ton of people didn't want to go to their local neighborhood pool. So what they do, they bought their own pools. And where they buy them? They bought them on Amazon. So take a look at this here. If we take a look at the trend, just including the sales rank here, right here, we can see on this item, every year when the weather gets warmer, the sales rank plummets, which indicates demand going way up. But take a look at what happened to the price in 2020 as well. So we can see, literally taking a look here, we can see that in 2020, it was going for like $50 in December 2020, and then absolutely shot up to like 200 in summer 2020. And then the exact same thing happened again in 2021. So you can see how the demand can change on different products and how that affects the price action. Typically, stuff is a lot less seasonal than you think. I get asked all the time, like, should I still buy hoodies in April? I'm like, if the sales rank's good and if the data looks good, absolutely, right? And that we can see on this item, even though the sales rank was a little bit higher, there's still good offer count movement on this, and we can see people are totally making money on this. And then the price does tend to go up as the demand gets better too, as we can see in this case is totally the case. Like there was even a spike in 2022, even a couple years after what happened in 2020. Same thing, that during like 51 during September when the least people are buying pools, then it went all the way up to like 65, 70, $89 right there. So that's completely normal to see those seasonal trends. And that's where Keepa comes in, is SellerAmp shows you if it's profitable today, Keepa shows you if it's profitable over time. And it's really important to master Keepa. And throughout the masterclass, you guys are going to see tons of examples of stuff. And also, if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know down below in the comments. The next example I want to take a look at is super, super important. That's going to be an IP complaint, otherwise known as an intellectual property complaint product, where the brand owner actually kicked everyone off. The nice thing about online arbitrage is we're selling products that people already know, like, and trust. They're already searching for on Amazon here, right? But occasionally the brand owner will kick everyone off, which means you can't sell it. Luckily, it's really easy to see when that is the case. So if we take a look at this item on the 3-month chart, it actually looks like a pretty good product. Personally, this shows how many people don't use Keepa. All you guys watching need to be using Keepa here, where we can see that they're happily selling this product. But if we take a look at the year-long data, we can see it was nicely humming along here, and then it just absolutely fell to zero right there. So we can see, so this was literally the offer count movement was good, and then just boom, everyone got kicked off right there. Some people did hop on, or new sellers hopped on, but that shows how many people aren't using Keepa here. But you always want to avoid listings if you can see a really steep drop in the offer count competition. And if you're ever unsure and SellerAmp shows an IP alert on a specific product, the best way to verify that is going to be taking a look at the Keepa chart right here. All right, this is the type of product you totally want to avoid selling on Amazon right here. And the reasoning for that, if we take a look at this Keepa chart here, it looks good on paper. The sales rank's good. The estimated sales are good. I even found it profitably right here as well. But we can take a look at the competition. We can see the competition is absolutely shooting up right here. There were like 12 sellers in like early February, and then now there's 27 sellers. And no wonder it went from going for like $50 down to like 43. So it dropped in price almost 20% because the competition like 2.5x right here. So you always want to avoid listings where the offer count is shooting up here. Now, I get asked all the time, okay, on a listing where there's different colors, different sizes, how do you tell which sell best? And that comes from taking a look at the variations tab in Keepa to see which variations have the best offer count. Because, guys, it's really important to note that sales rank does not change between variations, but the Keepa chart does. So the way you're going to do that is hitting variations here on Keepa, and then we can take a look here. I would recommend pausing this and organizing your Keepa column similar to mine. It's very important. It's one of the things I have my coaching students do on day one. Right here is go ahead and organize your Keepa variations column so you can easily see the buy box price, the review count, the new price for items that don't have a buy box. Do not automatically avoid stuff that doesn't have a buy box. Do not automatically avoid stuff that doesn't have a sales rank. You want to make sure the Keepa chart looks good here, right? And then the new offer count history, so the seller count history, and the buy box price here. A lot of people do this wrong. I really, really recommend copying this spot on right here so you can easily navigate the variations here and go down to the variations tab and hop around to see which variations sell quick, right? To take a look at ones that do sell quick, we can see these have good offer count movement, but the offer count's going up, right? Meanwhile, this has good offer count movement, but the offer count's stable. So this is better. Meanwhile, this is red flags that the competition's going up right there, right? So if I were taking a look at this listing, I would avoid looking up these guys, but I would take a look at these guys right here. And starting out on the Amazon side of things, which is where you want to start out doing product research, the way I would go ahead and navigate this is come into a good variation like this. And then I'm just going to look it up on Google just using SellerAmp right here to see where this listing is carried. And then I want to see, okay, how can I make this item good from a discount perspective to show you what that looks like? Let's take a look at a couple winning products. So you guys are going to hear me reference all the time as you follow more of my content that you don't really find items profitable, you make items profitable. What does that actually mean though? Let's take a look. So these Goodfellow t-shirts are going here on Amazon for $35, right? And over on the Target website, they're going for $18. So if we go ahead and plug in $18 on SellerAmp here, we can see that while the BSR is good, it's 115K BSR, it's only $2 profit, which is in red, and it's only a 13% ROI, which is in red here. If we take a look at the Keepa chart, this looks like a great product. The offer count's trending down, the price is shooting up right here. So that means people are making money on this product. They're selling out, they're raising their price, the price is going up. This is a good situation. But we're not quite profitable in this. So this is where tons of beginners go wrong, is they think that they're just going to be profitable at the advertised price on the website, which is rarely the case. You need to see if there's any discounts you get on it, if there's any coupon codes, or if except what's called a resource certificate like Walmart and Home Depot do, where you can get a resource certificate from your state's website and submit that to avoid sales tax and then take off that sales tax that we have factored in on SellerAmp right here, right? So Target specifically, I can purchase what's called discounted gift cards from Card Bear, where I can buy a $100 gift card for $85 and save 15% right off the bat. that's a really, really good tip to lower your buy cost and to create more winning items. So if we take a look here on Card Bear, we can see Target currently we're getting like 13% off here. So if I go ahead and do this math within Seller Amp, literally just taking off 13% right here, now this listing becomes good at $5 profit here. And to keep going with that too, I can see that there's literally people today buy boxing at $41 as well. So taking a look at that, if I can get the buy box at 40, this listing becomes even more profitable. But that didn't look profitable at the naked eye. We had to go ahead and know about discounted gift cards on Card Bear and take a look at the Keepa chart and see if the buy box was actually going higher there. But even at that 35, 36 price point, we're still making like a 35% ROI, and that's not bad whatsoever. Card Bear is a major key. Another example of what this looks like, guys, is these Danner shoelaces, which are actually an auto-ungate proc. So there's a good chance if you plug these in on a new account, you can just hit request approval and apply to sell. You'll nicely be good to go on this. If you're ever confused about ungating, just take a look at my full ungating tutorial on my channel. It's going to have a big list of auto-ungate procs as well. Don't think gating is a major issue. Whenever you find something profitable, as long as you're buying from a big retail website, you can buy 10 and submit that documentation off to Amazon and get that entire brand approved right here. So like Goodfellow, you just buy from Target. Danner's probably an auto-ungate, but you just get it from Sportsman's Warehouse right here. So taking a look at this, we can see this is going for $8 on Sportsman's Warehouse. So if we plug in $8 right here, we can see we're close to being good. The sales rank's good, obviously, but the profit per unit is a little bit low and the ROI is not quite there either. So we need to see, okay, what discounts exist? Because if we take a look at this Keepa chart, this is a good looking Keepa chart, right? The competition's trending down. The price is nice and stable like the past like 2-3 weeks here. So people got to be making money on this. So there must be a way to make this profitable. Yes, there is. We can see join the adventure and unlock 10% off your next order. So if we scroll to the bottom here, you always want to be just seeing if there's any coupons. We can sign up for a coupon right here, 10% just using our phone number. In many cases, you can just unsubscribe and resubscribe and get that coupon again and again. A lot of times it'll be like an email account sign up coupon. You can create what's called a catch-all email or just put a period in the middle of your email. It actually considers a new one right there as well to use those coupons again and again. So now I can take off 10% from this, right? And now this listing becomes profitable. But I didn't even take a look at the discounted gift card situation either. So now if I plug in Sportsman's Warehouse here on Card Bear, we can see we can get like 8% off discounted gift cards right here. So now, say I get 8% discounted gift cards here, I can go ahead and take this off further. And some of these discounts might be a little bit confusing when you're a beginner, but trust me, you get used to it over time. It's not a big daunting thing. So that's a perfect example of how we made this listing profitable. And now, how do we find other winning procs from here? So a lot of beginners think the best way to do that is to go to random websites and look through their clearance sections, which is known as manual sourcing. I am going to show you how to do that, but I wouldn't do that as a beginner. What you primarily want to do is storefront stalking, which is starting out on the Amazon side of things and looking inside the storefronts of other sellers to see what they're selling here. So if I just scroll down, like I said, on Seller Amp here, we can see all the sellers that are carrying this product. And we just want to open up anyone that's got like 25 plus reviews. And that's going to pretty much constitute that we know they're making money here. So if we just go ahead and open up these sellers here, we can see, yes, sellers that we know are making money. They have a bunch of reviews, right? We can see inside their storefronts to see everything they're selling right here, right? So we can do the same on this listing. Yeah, 300 reviews. Typically, I'll just open up everyone that I know is making a good amount of money right here, right? We can see, yeah, 143 reviews. And now pretty quickly, guys, we can see tons of examples of brands people are making money on, right? As well as the categories they're making money on. And we can filter into specific ones, and the items that show up earliest in these storefronts are going to be the fastest sellers here as well. So pretty quickly, we're not going to be able to see this seller's doing well with Febreze and Garnier and Pampers and Tide, so on and so forth, right? This seller's crushing with Tommy Hilfiger and Calvin Klein. Nike, for example, is currently closed for new sellers, so we're not going to take a look at that. But any listing you can go ahead and add to your Amazon seller account where it says apply to sell, you're going to be good to go. So if we take a look at Tommy Hilfiger, for example, right here, we can see these are a 243K rank, which is a little high, but there are 400 reviews. Shoes and clothing is a big category, so we can take a look at those here, right? These are 368K. We'll give a quick glance at those as well. 213K, we'll take a quick glance at those as well, right? Then we take a look at Calvin Klein stuff too, right? So we can see these Calvin Klein tank tops, 21K rank. Let's take a look. 96K rank. Let's take a look on this underwear right here as well, right? And then we can also see this seller storefront, all the stuff they carry. This seller storefront, all the stuff they carry, right? So we can see 264K rank, these work boot cream stuff. I think Red Wing's actually an auto-ungate too, right? We can see Bog Bag right there, 120K rank. We can take a look at that. as well. 370K rank looks a little high for like an arts and crafts item right there as well. And pretty quickly, we can just open up all these listings. And over time, when you're new, everything's unfamiliar with you. But over time, you can open up and pretty quickly see tons of examples of this type of stuff you want to take a look at. So, for example, like Doc Martens, done really well within the past. 27K rank, let's take a look. 90K rank, let's take a look. And we can see a quick glance at the Keepa chart and see that the orange FBA price is really nice and stable right here. So people have been posted up making money on this for a while here as well. So we can see a 90K rank right there, 77K rank right here, right? And now we have a bunch of listings opened up here, right? And what we can do is just say, hey, okay, can we make money on any of these? So whenever you come to a variation listing like this, I can see there is the IP alert here on seller. But taking a look over here, I can't see any IP complaint history on Calvin Klein. I see it in a lot of people's storefronts. So personally, haven't seen any IP issues on that. We want to go ahead and hop to the variations tab on Keepa to see if there's any variations that people are making money on here. So if we go down here to variations, what I want to do is filter into variations, filter top to bottom by buy box price, and then see if there's any variations that have good offer count movement right here. So we can see filter top to bottom by buy box price here. We can see that's got good offer count movement here. This is a little slow and blocky. Probably want to avoid those. So I'm going to look up these black, white, grays and see if we can pay $30 or less right here. So if we take a look at these, taking a look at these on Google here, yeah, don't really see a match, honestly, in terms of the right item. Yeah, 41, that's not going to work. So probably don't think these guys work right here. These tank tops right here, we can take a quick glance at. Good offer count movement. We know folks are making money here. We hit the variations. We can take a look at this as well. So we can see, yeah, these make money. Yeah, 46 right there. That's good offer count movement, right? Let's see. So I feel like we could pay $20 or less. That's typically what you have to pay to find something profitable, is half or less of what you can sell it for on Amazon. So if we go ahead and Google these right here, boom. Yeah, take a look. Okay, here we go. So Nordstrom Rack, right? So 19.97 into 41. So these three-pack tank tops here. So we plug in 19.97 to 46 here. Boom. So first winning product of the day. So let's take a look. So $10 profit, that's after shipping, fees, sales tax, etc. 50% ROI here. And then what I also want to do is take a look down here on the Keepa chart and make sure this listing's actually been profitable over time here, right? So we take a look at this, we can see, taking a look at the 3 month, the price has largely been profitable, 42 plus, 43 plus, etc. right here, right? And we can see, boom, not bad. The competition's not shooting up. The price is not shooting down. This is an example of the type of listing I want to carry. And I can go ahead on Cardbear and see if there's any discounted gift cards for Nordstrom Rack as well. So we can see, yeah, Nordstrom Rack 5%. Nordstrom gift cards, I believe, work on Nordstrom Rack too. So say we get 8% off right here. Right now, we can go ahead and take off 8% from this and go ahead and plug this in. And now we found a little 50% ROI, and at the current buy box, even higher here, just off looking inside the storefronts of other sellers. And this is so much easier than manual sourcing, which is what tons of beginners want to do, right? So we take a look at these shoelaces here, 700 plus bought in past month, super stable here as well. Great offer count movement. If we go ahead and plug this in on Google, let's see what we could do. Okay, so shoelaces, flat round laces here. Let's go ahead and see. So right off the bat, you can see there's a 10% code on Doc Martens as well. So that discount helps. Looks like we're going to pay about $4.50 for a lot of these here at just $5. Let's see, $4.50 here. We can see only $1.61 profit, which might be worth it considering the ROI is good. I think that's a little bit low here. But there have been a lot of people recently that have buy boxed at 13 and 14, for example, right here, which makes this listing, 75% ROI here. So part of me might just buy this and list this a little bit higher here, but I don't think that's quite good right there. What I would do, and I think you should go ahead and do this watching this, is go ahead and search Doc Martens and see if there's any shoelace consistently above 14 that would be a good product. Obviously, I don't think you should buy any of the products you see in this video. We're all just speaking conceptually, but it's these same methods that are going to serve you well here. So for example, we can see, like, taking a look at that here, probably the same retail. Yeah, exactly. So that's, let's take a look at this here, right? Open these guys up, right? We can see, GBP, we need to get this to USD here, right? We can go ahead and plug this in here, right? And we can see, $5, that same 450 right there. So that's going to be close as well. So take a look at all those. You'll see they'll probably be pretty close here. We can see not quite there. But cheap items, you can totally go $2 profit, $2.50 profit, for example. You don't have to just, keep it on the lower end right there. So let's see, 21 right here. Let's go ahead and plug these in. These hair cream, or these, what are these, shoe creams right here? Let's see, so 11.49 here. Let's see, so 11.49 here, right? Actually pretty close here. Is there any sort of coupon here as well? Let's see, any sort of coupon here. Okay, there's no sign-up coupon. I'll also like to take a look on Capital One Shopping and Coupon Birds. Say this 15% works. Coupon birds and Capital One Shopping, they're free. They don't always work. But for example, we take off 15% here. Sometimes it'll come down and be good right there. Not quite there, unfortunately. So probably going to pass on this. Let's see if we can find another winner here as well. So let's see, 44 here as well. This tote bag. We're at 21. Oh, wow. TikTok shop ranking on Google. Interesting. So let's see, 30. So yeah, I don't really see anything that's close to being good on those bad boys. Taking a look down here at the variations as well. Ooh, these are totally moving. Look at that. Yes, like this guy's blocky, but this guy has great offer count movement here, right? So we take a look at these as well. Let's see, 42. So we want to pay like 20 bucks, 21 or less. We plug this in here. We can see as well. Yeah, so 25 here, all right? So we take a look at, 25.5 right here, just about break even. And now we need to see if there's any coupon code, which we can see. Boom, look at that. Members get an extra 25%. So now if we take it off 25% here, right now this listing becomes $9 profit and a 47% ROI, and this listing becomes good. Probably other good variations here too, medium and extra large. You definitely want to check those as well. Love variation listings where you can get multiple ASINs. Finding just one profitable thing like this. And then we also just want to make sure that the Keepa chart looks good, and we can see good activity on this. The competition is not shooting up on the bottom Keepa chart. The price is not shooting down on the top Keepa chart. That's the type of stuff we want to take a look at. And that's the name of the game with Storefront stalking. Now you guys have seen a bunch of examples of stuff that's either good or close. You can get started Storefront stalk from these listings too. The other product research strategy I love for beginners is going to be what's called manual sourcing, which is a little bit more advanced than storefront stalking. But once you have some experience storefront stalking, even if you're a beginner, you can start to jump in and manual source your favorite websites. That's going to be where you go on like Walmart.com or Target.com and look up a specific brand or look up a specific deal when they have one going on, like Easter and Mother's Day and those different holidays coming up. So on Walmart, I really like buying and one stuff. So if we take a look and just search and one on Walmart here, we can see all the best and one listings. And I know that Walmart takes a reseller certificate for tax exempt. So we can just look up how to get tax exempt on Walmart here, right? And we take a look at that. Boom, we see the tax exempt sign up here, right? And I also know that there's really good discounted gift cards on Walmart as well. And in a couple minutes, I'm gonna show you guys some really, really important sauce in respect to make the items good on really any website right there. And if you guys do want like me to plug you in on all the specific discounts, coupon codes, my favorite stuff, take a look at the link in the description and go ahead and apply for the coaching program as well. So now just searching and one on Walmart, I can see all the best and one listings because they wouldn't be ranking in here if they weren't doing well. And now we can just go ahead and open these up in new tabs and look through them one by one to see if any of these make sense to go ahead and sell on Amazon. I'm not really going to open up like duplicates, for example, right here, these and one shoes as well, right? And now we know and one stuff comes from Walmart, so we can go ahead and plug this in and see if we can make any money on these, factoring in tax exempt, because you can go ahead and get that from your state's website nice and easy. Just ask ChatGPT how to do it step by step, and we can go ahead and plug these bad boys in. So what we're doing is we're manually opening these up and referencing over to Amazon to see if we can make money on any of them right here. So let's see, we got a variation listing right here. We got a bunch of these at 12.48. So I don't think we'll be able to make money on these. This Keepa chart looks bad. It's like blocky right there. We can take a look down here, variations. Yeah, so really none of these above like 20. So we'd have to have these at like 25 to make money. So I don't like these. Check these basketball sneakers. Honestly, very, very affordable as well here too. Let's see, and one boys basketball shoes. We got the right colors right there as well. Let's see. Okay, so those are a little different here. Take a look at these bad boys as well. Light green right there. Okay, no. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Light green right there. No, it's a little different. Okay, these doing well though here. Oh, they're very blocky. So yeah, I can immediately tell when something like that, they're not making money. Don't want to waste my time on that here. Let's check the men's shoes as well. The cool thing is though, most products really only come from one website or like one or two websites here. And that like can really speed up your process when you're doing this stuff, guys, that we can see pretty quickly, like, and one stuff comes from Walmart here, right? So we take a look at these, like these light gray navies here, right? It looks like, boom, right there, right? So we can see those match the say on one there, right? We can see how this looks like it might be like a new version, for example, right there. But pretty quickly, you can get to the bottom of if stuff makes sense, just taking a look, literally just using the search page. And then eventually, like Tommy Hilfiger, they had a good sale going on right there. You could go ahead and manual source Tommy Hilfiger too, as well, right? So we take a look at these, like this is this listing for these N1 shorts here. They're going for 20. We're going to have a shot on something like this here, buying for 9.98 here, right? So we can see, yeah, 9.98 here, plugging that in here. At let's see, yeah, $20 in the buy box right there. We're pretty close on something like this, right? $20 in the buy box right there. But I know that I can take off that sales tax exempt, right? Because typically I would pay sales tax and seller's calculating it in. But Walmart, I know I'm using tax exempt, so I can go ahead and take that off here, right? And then I can go ahead and see Walmart gift cards, 16% here, right? So we can see taking off 16%. Right now, only $3 profit, not quite there. But what I can also do is I can see if the FBM numbers are better, which I actually know on a listing like this, they will be, considering it's 11 ounces and it's above 20 bucks. So if I scroll down here on SellerAmp and filter over to FBM here as well, just on the profit calculator, I can plug in, 5.5 here, right? We can see this would make it $3 profit per sale and a 44% ROI. But most new sellers would see this, which would be about break even, not factoring in tax exempt here, not factoring in discounted gift cards here as well, and not running those FBM numbers. And that's the name of the game. So you don't really find stuff good, you make it good. And that's why I don't really like manual sourcing right out the gate. You spend some time storefront stalking, that introduces you to new brands, new categories, etc. Then you can go ahead and take a look at stuff like this here as well. Comps going up a bit here, but there were people buy boxing only at 21 like the other day, which makes it 50% ROI, and there's a ton of profitable history on something like this. So we can see this has totally made money at different points here, guys, and does make money today as well. It's a great place to start out storefront stock if you want to take a look at that too as well. Let's see. These boxer briefs here as well. We just go ahead and copy and paste here as well. I love using keyboard shortcuts for online arbitrage too, so I can just go Command C to copy that. For example, right here, okay, these are doing really well. Take a look at this, guys. We can see 2,400 reviews, 2,500 reviews. People are making money on this stuff right here as well. So if we take a look at these guys as well here, we can see these boxes. It's not going to open up sponsored listings, but I will open up listings that are non-sponsored right here as well. Looks like a kind of a variety of these right here. Let's see. We got to take a look at the right ones here as well, right? So first order bins, let's hop down here to the variation, see what's got good offer count movement right here. So we can see it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, very blocky, so not really going to worry about those here. Take a look at these guys as well. Let's see variations here as well. Boom. Okay, check it out. So this has good offer count movement. This is blocky, so we want to avoid this. This got good offer count movement, so I like what I see. This has good offer count movement, so I like what I see. So let's take a look here at 46 here as well. So we can go ahead and plug this in here as well. So we can see, yeah, good looking Keepa chart here as well. So we can plug this in on Google, right? And we'd see, aha, yeah, so 19.96 right here, right? Just taking a look on Walmart, right? A lot of stuff you can literally just pick up at your local Walmart as well. So let's see, so 9.98 here. I really wouldn't recommend doing manual sourcing until you made money from a specific website here, but we can take a look. We can take off that sales tax exempt. Boom, we can take off discounted gift cards as well, right? We can see, not a bad listing whatsoever. $14 profit, 88% ROI, not bad whatsoever. Absolutely the name of the game with online arbitrage. We can go down here and see variations that this one's also good as well. So it's not just this variation that's good. It's also this one as well. We're getting those for around 16 into 40 right there. Not bad. And that's the name of the game here as well. You can literally just ungate this from Walmart. Nice and easy right there. Let's keep this momentum going. Let's find some other stuff here. So go into variations here as well. Right, so we can see 32. So this is going to be close if it's that same retail price at 16 here, which we can see. So yeah, 16 with tax exempt and gift cards. We can see, yeah, 16. So yeah, 20% ROI. Not quite there. Does say the private label alert. So we can see on this listing, this is not N1 that's on this. So this isn't private label, it's just low competition here, right? So we can see, taking a look here, this next one here as well. So we can see those boxes were good. I probably want to take a look through some of these other ones. There's probably variations that have good offer count movement there as well. So we can take a look at these N1 socks as well here too. Let's take a look. Oh, we already looked at those here. Let's see, are there any N1s? Oh yeah, these look good. 26, yeah, 706 reviews. We can take a look at those bad boys as well here too. So let's see 26 here as well. Damn, super stable here too. So we can see, yeah, super stable, not the fastest movers, but honestly looks like a really stable, replenishable type of product here. So we go ahead and plug this in here. We can see, yeah, black and gray. So 12.46. Think those are the right thing. You can always take a look at that. Take off sales tax exempt. Boom, right? Because remember, SellerAmp's calculating it in, so we need to offset it, even though technically in the cart we would pay 12.48 per unit. But SellerAmp's calculating then. So we can take a look at that. Take off discounted gift cards as well in Walmart currently. We can see $4 profit, 44% ROI, literally 4 or 5 straight months of being profitable. That is absolutely the name of the game with online arbitrage, is finding items like this. This one doesn't sell super quick. We can take a look at that, and literally it just came from taking a look and saying, hey, what and one listings does Walmart carry? Manual sourcing is absolutely lethal once you know where a specific item comes from and you know the discount to make good. More on discounts is going to be here, which basically just talks about all the different moats you can build around your products. The lower your buy cost is, the more money you're going to make on a specific product and the less competition there's going to be. And that's what online arbitrage success comes down to, is finding these different discounts, by far the number one mistake beginners make is expecting items to be profitable at the advertised price. What you should do is when you're beginners, just go through this checklist on every website to see which discounting methods are applicable for a specific website. That's how you can create as many profitable products as possible. Just in the masterclass as well, you've seen like Tommy Hilfiger, Target, Sports Warehouse, Walmart as well, right? And you'll watch my other videos, you see other stuff too. In the coach program, I just plug you guys in on a lot of stuff here. And so we can see like there's those free coupon extensions like Capital One Shopping and Coupon Birds you want to have, right? Evergreen email account and text sign up coupons are really helpful too. We can see Sportsman's Warehouse showed that, right? Getting discounted gift cards on Card Bear and Top Cash back. Just looking around on Google for coupon codes too. Looping rewards programs like Kohl's Cash, submitting your reseller certificate mainly for retail arbitrage. Certain OA websites will take it like Home Depot and like Walmart, like I showed you guys as well. Getting on a listing quick merchant fulfilled, like those and one shorts we take a look at where they were more profitable FBM compared to FBA, but you just don't know until you take a look at that as well. Stacking these opportunities together when a sale's on, like for example, like Tommy Hilfiger, we could also add a discounted gift cards that too, combining these opportunities as well, right? In Mother's Day, Easter, Father's Day, Memorial Day, those are all coming up in the next couple months as well, right? Keeping organized Telegram Google Sheets to organize your leads is really important too as well. Repricing above the buy box when it's possible by taking a look on Keepa. It's a little bit more advanced right there as well. And using a tax-free prep center as well to actually delegate your prepping of products and outsourcing that to a tax-free prep center. You just look around on Google to find a good tax-free prep center. I think it makes sense once you can send like 500 units per month. It's definitely not necessary. It's personally what I use to scale after I realized I didn't really want to live the warehouse life as well, but focus on getting some sales with online arbitrage prior. And then in terms of like the back end management of your business, I'd really recommend using our software Boxum, boxem.com for listing, shipping, and analytics, which is going to make your life a lot easier in respect to the actual back-end management of the business as well. And that's the Product Research Masterclass, guys. If you got any questions, definitely let me know down below in the comments. Happy to help. If you want formal one-on-one help, take a look at the coaching program as well. Love helping you guys grow. Love helping you guys win with your businesses. I go live on YouTube all the time, so I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.